What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is Heart DFS, and today we have another NBA prize pick video for you guys. We have a 5-pick play for you guys today. If you're new to my channel, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Do appreciate all the recent support. We're well on our way to 500 subscribers, so if we could get that by the end of the playoffs, that'd be huge. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Heart DFS. We got 100 followers, trying to get to 200. Really trying to engage with you guys more on there. As you can see, I'm putting up my core plays, videos, more prize pick plays as well, and just news, answering any tweets you guys may have, any questions, slide into my DMs, all that good stuff. Follow me there at Heart DFS. And if you guys haven't seen, Paul George has been ruled out for today, so that's huge news. A lot of good picks to take advantage of now just because of Paul George being ruled out. A lot of usage to go around to that Clipper team. Also, I know someone asked me, I'm not sponsored by Prizepicks, so all the money I put into this with the picks are my own. So if I lose, it really hurts me. I know most of the people in this space who are making these prize pick videos have their own promotions, so they're getting paid or they're getting those promo funds from you guys when you sign up with their stuff, and they're just using those to, fund their picks. So if they lose, it's not really affecting them like it is with me. So I know that, someone asked me that, so I just wanted to make it clear I don't have a prize pick sponsorship. I'd love the one. I would love one in the future. Love the website. Love playing it. It's super fun. So hopefully in the future I get one. But as of right now, just my own money. So it does hurt me if I don't have the right picks, and it doesn't hurt those other big entertainers or DFS influencers, whatever you want to call them. They're just using the free money, so they really don't care if the picks don't hit. They just keep getting money from people signing up. So it's a little unfortunate because they're not really putting their money where their mouth is. But, I am. So boom, 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 shots fired. Anyways, let's get into it. No one really cares about that stuff. The first pick we have today is Reggie Jackson, over 30.5 projected points, rebounds, and assists. As we can see here, Reggie Jackson averaged about 17, almost 6 and 4 when it comes to games without Paul George this season. If we pull up his, regular season game log, I think from March 25th and down, it's pretty much been all the games without Paul George. They do have, what's his name? Where is he? Sorry. Norman Powell back, so he's a decently high usage guy when it comes to shooting the ball, but that's not going to affect Reggie Jackson. As we see in some of these games, Reggie Jackson is going to play close to 40 minutes if this game stays close tonight. I do think there is a little bit of blowout risk, but this game should stay close. That's what you kind of bet on and hope on, that it should stay close. But really like Reggie Jackson, should play close to 40 minutes, going to shoot the ball at least 20 times. He's a pretty good shooter, shoots the three really well, but it's, more when it comes to rebounds and assists. He's a guy who will stuff the stat sheet without Paul George. He's, going to lead this team to try to win. And with that, you're going to see close to 40 minutes, close to 20 shots, close to, I'd say, like 8 rebounds, 9 assists, stuff like that. He's just going to stuff the stat sheet. And when he's getting 40 minutes, I think it's way too easy to not play him at over 30.5 projected points, rebounds, and assists. Because if they win and this game stays close, it's because of Reggie Jackson. So any of his, points, rebounds, and assists, let's look at, I'd be over rebounds, I'd be over assists, even in points. Points is kind of high, but I'd still, if this game stays close, it's because of Reggie. So really like his points, rebounds, and assists over. Love his fantasy score over as well. The only risky one is at 3, but he's been shooting the 3 well. So I really don't mind any of the Reggie Jackson totals for today. Next one I have is Brandon Ingram, over 39, projected over 39 fantasy score. I know he really hasn't gotten there recently. He was only a 1.5 off, but that is due to him kind of taking it easy because of his hamstring. So they didn't play him the full minutes in the game against the Spurs the other day. He only got 30 minutes, as you can see, only a 1.5 off on fantasy score on Prizepicks. I do expect him to get, closer to 35, if not 40, if this game stays close. I do believe it'll stay close, hopefully. Otherwise, be another game screwed by a game blown out. But been playing amazing this year. Paul George being out really helps Brandon Ingram, because if Paul George is guarding Brandon Ingram, it'd be a tough matchup for him. But with Paul George being out, do expect to see Brandon Ingram close to 35, maybe a little bit more minute wise. And with that, you're going to easily get him, you know, into the mid-20s point scoring. Going to get you rebounds and assists as well. Can get a block or steal or two as well. So really love Brandon Ingram's over on this projected fantasy score over 39. Next guy I like is Deandre Hunter over 19.5 projected points, rebounds, and assists. As we can see, he hit it last game. I was all over him last game. His Prizepicks point total is 15.5, almost 16. So for it to be that high, if they expect him to get 16 points, I mean, he's going to easily get you a couple rebounds and assists if he's getting you 16 points. So I think it's way too low when it comes to this projected points, rebounds, and assists total. He is a guy that, as we can see from last game, he played 30 minutes in a blowout. Usually if this game stays close, you can expect him to see closer to 40 minutes. He's a great defender, and so they're going to need him out there the whole game. This game should be close, shouldn't be a blowout, so I do expect at least 35, if not 40 minutes from Deandre Hunter. So he's going to have all the opportunities for rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, points, and I just think his total for a guy who's going to play close to 35, if not 40 minutes for 19.5 projected points, rebounds, and assists, way too low in this spot when he's going to get that many minutes. Other guy I like is Kevin Huerter, 2.5 projected assists. I like the over on that. As you can see, he's hit this the past, he's averaged almost 4 assists in the past 5 games. He's hit it the past 5 games. If we pull up his game log, where is he? He's averaging about 30 minutes once again. That was a blowout. I do expect him to see a little bit more, closer to 35. If not more than that, if he's hitting his shots, he will play a lot more minutes. But let's just pull up his numbers on ESPN. But as we can see from the last 10, average about 31 minutes, which you do like to see. It's playoffs, so it's tighter rotation. They're going to keep him in longer. Good shooter, especially when it comes to three-pointers. But he does love getting assists. As you can see, 5, 3, 3, 4, 2, 1, which is a little you don't like to see, but it's his playoffs now, so it's gonna be a lot more minutes. 6, 4, 7. I mean, I just really like him in this spot. Should see a ton of minutes, should see at least 35, and he's going to pass the ball if he's not shooting it, and he's hitting the past 5. I do think this is one of those where you could take advantage of. Again, 3 assists is all you need. I really like Kevin Huerter in this spot. And for everyone who skips this part in the video when I make all my picks, I know a lot of you do. Could you please like, subscribe, comment? It does, really help out my channel. Hit the notification bell. Yeah, just please subscribe. Trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. And I just love doing this video. So, and if it just really helps me out, and I do appreciate it greatly. So thank you if you do. And the last one I like is Trey Young over projected fantasy score of 49. Only hit it once in the past 5, but now that it's the playoffs, Trey Young is pretty much going to play the whole game. Unfortunately, that game versus the Hornets, as we know, blew out. Still played 34 minutes in a blowout. Those other guys only played 30. Trey Young played 34. So if this game stays close, this dude is going to play 40 plus, most likely. Going to shoot the ball a crap ton. Didn't shoot the ball well at all yesterday, and still got 24 points, 11 assists, 3 rebounds. Really love Trey. This line is way too low when it comes to fantasy score. Even, I'd say points, a little risky at 29.5, but I think the fantasy score is the biggest one where you can take advantage of when it comes to Trey, just because he's going to play the whole game. Even in a blowout, 30-point blowout, that man still played 34 minutes. So I do think we can at least project 40 minutes for Trey Young in a close game against the Cavaliers. So 49 fantasy score is way too low for him. Volume shooter, going to shoot the ball like 30 times. If he's hitting his shots, he's easily going to get this fantasy score. Love him in the spot. On the other side of that as well, I do really like Darius Garland over 42, projected fantasy score. Both these guards, they have no defense. They can't play any defense, so they're going to score at will with Darius Garland and Trey Young. I also think Darius Garland's assist total is really low. I know he hasn't gotten there in the past 5 games, only once. But Jared Allen is back. That's going to be a lot more pick and rolls, assist opportunity there. Has Mobley, Kevin Love. So I just think a guy who was averaging like almost 10 assists a game the past month, Darius Garland, I think that's a little low. So is his fantasy score. So if you want to go there, I would go there as well. A guy like Mobley, over a fantasy score, really like that in the spot. I don't think they have any Kevin Love ones up yet. No. But yeah, I really like the over on Trey Young and then the Darius Garland over fantasy score or assists. I think they're just way too low for this game. And those are my 5 picks for today. As I mentioned, do the mix and match strategy. If you're new, head on over to my Twitter. And you can see the mix and match strategy is you take one guy and you pair 2 picks with them. So for this game against the Nets and Cavs, mine is Bruce Brown. Had Bruce Brown, Darius Garland, Kyrie, and then I had Bruce Brown, Paul George, D'Angelo Russell. So it's just picking one of your favorite plays of the day and just doing 2 picks with them. It's not going to win you a ton of money, but it's going to help you build your bankroll better, faster, not lose as much money, and probably keep you in the profit for longer just because it's a lot better chances of it hitting. So if you want me to do a video on that, just to better explain it, I will. But yeah, this is the direction I'm going. Once again, don't take these as all locks. These are just the route I'm really looking towards. Really liking with these 5 picks just because of that Paul George news being out. And I expect this Cleveland and Hawks game to be very close. And I think these lines are way too low for these current players. So once again, make sure to follow me on Twitter at HeartDFS. Like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell. And I do appreciate all the support. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another breakdown and prize pick NBA video. Peace. Thank you.